So, we are good on just showing you a few pictures. Now let's talk some more about what your questions are and see if I can help you to understand what we're doing a little better. Anybody have anything else to talk about? We got the heat cranked up enough to dull your brains and slow you down?
We just go back to that interpretation you gave on the racing world stuff, but right away boat comes in and the giveaway boat has to do something immediately.
Acceleration on the race course, and it's the time where you have the most complicated maneuver is bearing away, because when you go from an upwind course where you have a fairly stable apparent wind angle and wind speed, and you now turn to a downwind course, you go through the area in here where the boat speed just climbs very, very quickly, and the apparent wind speed climbs very quickly, even though the true wind speed stays the same. Because the boat is accelerating so much, you have this huge change in power, and you have to be just correct with your management of the sail trim and maybe even the daggerboard heights to be able to adjust to get the boat around the course to turn and be on a downwind leg nice and safely. If you do it wrong, right in here somewhere, the bow will start to dive in. It's a combination of leverage from the sail and the rudders being turned a little bit, lifting. You know, when you turn the rudders, they lift, and when you're going so quickly, that lift becomes significant, and the back of the boat lifts up, the front of the boat goes down, the leverage starts to push on the top of the sail. Everything wants to push the bow down, and that's where multi-hulls stop sometimes, and when they stop, all the wind continues to push on the top, and then they just tip over frontways.
And what happens if this happens to you? Because, well, we sail needle also is not that bad. But I cannot imagine your boat doing this.
Well, as you climb up through the sizes of boats, it becomes more and more exciting. You know, at the beginning, well, dangerous is always an option. But when you sail a Hobie 16 or something, you capsize all the time.
Yeah.
When you capsize, somebody's going to, you know, maybe fall into the sail or into water. The boat is going to hit the water, and the mast isn't going to break, and the sail is not going to tear in half. And if you fall from the top to the sail, it's less than the distance from the ceiling to here, and that's just a fun jump into the water. If you do it on our boat, you can see a situation, of course, when the mast hits the water. It's not designed to take that kind of force, and it's very likely going to break in pieces. And then the boat is going to collapse down on top of the rig, and with all the people in it. And that's from a very long way. So it's clear that we never, ever want to take a chance to capsize the boat. And so we worked very hard through a lot of simulations and a lot of training in other boats to learn where those limits are. On the Decision 35s that they race on Lake Geneva, the boats capsize often. The masts don't usually break, but sometimes they do. And they can tip the boat up again with a power boat. With these boats, you would have to, you would be involving big cranes, and I mean, we need a crane just to put the sails on the boat. You know, you have to appreciate how big and powerful all of this stuff is. It's really well beyond where anybody is familiar. So we are definitely taking safety as a very high measure, and taking all the precautions that we can.
On the boat there are two arms.
Yeah.
How do they work? Which is a coordination between two people that arms.
Well, the wheel on either side controls both rudders, and so when you tack or you jibe, you know, you turn the boat from the position that you are steering normally in, but there has to be someone across on the other side of the boat who's ready to take the wheel on the new side and accelerate the boat to its proper speed, and so that the original helmsman can you know, get across the boat to the new steering station. It's you know, it's just a necessity when it's like this. It's the same on the other boat where their wheels are far enough apart that you know, they have to you know, have a break every once in a while where one person turns the boat, somebody holds it in position while that person comes to them, and go from there. But it's we don't ever have a situation where there's you know, different people steering, you know, because it's the opposite side of the boat. It's going to be the same person steering, you know, for a consistent result for most of the periods.